Hey everyone, Nat Richards from Text on the Move here. Just a nice short little video on the 482 TSS or Temporary Skills Shortage Visa ahead of time. Apologies for my horrible handwriting, hopefully not too much of a hindrance. First bullet point here is that it replaces the popular 457 visa. So most of you are probably passingly familiar with the idea of a 457 visa. This is very much the same thing for pretty much every applicant that we'd expect to come into contact with through the motor industry. It replaces the 457 as of March 2018, and just like the 457, gets you 4 years here in Australia with a direct pathway to permanent residency. So if you do get down here and decide that you're loving life on a 482, it is very possible to then go ahead to a permanent residency if everyone's on the same page. Next step here is that you must work for your sponsoring business, so it does lock you into working for a particular business, though important to note that it is not a jail sentence. So if for whatever reason things weren't going well with your employer over time, there is a way to get out of this thing, and it's not going to be particularly horrible to do so. You're not going to have to jump back on a plane and go back to the UK or wherever else you might be coming from. It's all good, we will figure it out together. But also important to note, this happens very, very infrequently. It's not the sort of thing that is going to run you ragged. Spouses and kids can join on a 482, so the whole family can come along if everyone's going to meet that criteria. And there are no work restrictions, so probably not one for the kids, but for people's spouses who might be coming down here to join them on a 482. Let's say you're a guy that's working as a technician somewhere in Australia, and you've got a wife or a partner that's coming to join you. You absolutely can have that wife or partner work as much or as little as they want, doing whatever they like, with none of the restrictions that you would expect for yourself as the skilled employer in the government's eyes. Last point here is that visa application fees may be payable. So depending on your own personal circumstances and how many people there might be in the family that are looking to join on to that visa, and of course who you're also getting employed by, because they will have their own preferences, there will be some visa application fees payable. We can always try to forecast those ahead of time so that you really know exactly what you're looking at. I'd be happy to do that with you through some consultation, but ultimately there's going to be a little bit of variance there, and we may not know until we get toward the end of the process. Hope that helps. Hope to see you soon. By all means, give us a line, drop us a line with any questions that you might have.